Yeah, yo. This us.
It was like a mixtape. It was like a mixtape.
I know, like a drop. Yo, what's up, man? This is the Speakeasy. You got your boy Rudy and Devin here on hold up.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is okay.
Huh.
What's up, y'all? This is a Speakeasy, and you got your boy. What's up, y'all? This is a Speakeasy. I'm your boy Rudy, and I'm here with my boy Devin. And of course, it's brought to you by the Believe Network. And Devin, you want to get started?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
First of all, it's December 4th. So anybody who knows anybody knows it's Jay-Z's birthday.
Happy birthday, Hove.
The great one.
The GOAT.
The great one. The GOAT. Happy birthday to the GOAT, man. But more on topic. Let's talk NBA.
All right.
It's been a funny season, right?
Wow season.
Wild season. A lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of ups and downs. But one emerging team, my former team, the Sacramento Kings, they balling right now. And you know what you got to say?
They're not used to that. It's been a long time up there.
Whoa.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
Frequent W's up there are hard to come by.
No, honestly, with the Kings organization, I think they never really had any like consistent leadership. You know, when I was there, I had like 4 coaches?
Yeah.
We started off well. Just like this. I'm not trying to jinx it at all.
Mike Malone had y'all real nice.
Mike Malone had us going, and as you can see, he's a great coach. He's out there in Denver. We bring it up later, but I think that hopefully they're starting to get it together, man. You know, obviously Sacramento is a place that I lived for 4 years, and I have people out there. I have love for the city, and they really want a good team, man. They've been begging for it for so long, and I think the trade for the big fella was a good trade.
Yeah, Sabonis
been balling. De'Aaron Fox has been balling out of his mind. He been what the old head say, balling out of control.
Balling out of control.
That should be extinct. I don't even know how I said that.
That's gonna live on forever.
Out of control.
That's gonna live on forever.
Nah, balling out of control is crazy. And also they got, what's his name? Malik Monk. Okay, so we got Monk and what's his name with the college together, right?
Yep, the Kentucky backcourt, they
got the Kentucky backcourt, and
they working. It's working.
What's the redhead white boy?
Is it Hunter? How you say it?
Herder.
Yeah, Herder. Yeah,
he's shooting the laces off the ball.
He can shoot. Hey, and you got to give it up for the coach, Mike Brown. He said in the beginning of the season, he said he's not coaching a team that's not making the playoffs. And they fighting. He's changing the culture. Gotta give it up for him.
He's been a couple places and hasn't really stuck anywhere for a little while too. He got his legs under him with
coming off a championship as an assistant.
Yeah, with the Warriors assistant and under Steve Kerr, but he was bouncing around for a little while.
Yeah.
Any of y'all don't know when a coach gets fired, they still get paid.
Yeah.
So he in a couple of pockets. Yeah, I mean, he in a couple pockets. He in a couple pockets, Devin. What does he have to lose?
You're right. He don't have nothing to lose.
So when he go in there, he has his principles. Me being around the league, I know some coaches come in there, they got different kind of political things they got to deal with. But with him, what does he have to lose?
I think coming off the championship and getting that coach up in Golden State and taking it down to Sacramento, that's what really helped.
I mean, what is culture though?
I mean, what you mean?
What you mean? What you mean by culture?
That winning culture.
That same culture just punched somebody in the face beginning of the season. So
winning isn't easy. That's what they say.
Yeah, no, but it's a lot easier when you got Stephen Curry.
True, but as a coach, you're around that winning. You see how you see how things go. I mean, where was he at before that? I mean, the last thing we can think of, the Lakers, when he was the head coach at the Lakers, that didn't go so well.
No, it didn't.
So he bounced around as assistant for a while, gets back in the winning fold, and he takes it down to Sacramento and changes the culture over there. They haven't had.
I mean, no. I think more than anything, he just has nothing to lose. I think more than anything, when coaches get messed up, it's trying to appeal to certain people on the team. And like I said, bro, if it's about job security, he's in about 3 teams' pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about job security, bro. I know it's about legacy, but at the end of the day, for you to be comfortable coaching, you have to be comfortable, with your situation. And going into that situation, they all knew, like, yo, I'm not saying he's a bad coach or anything. I think he's a great coach, and it's showing this year. But when you got a coach with some tenure and been around players that have, he's coached LeBron, he's coached Kobe, he's coached Dwight, he's coached all these players. They ain't on the Sacramento Kings. So they have to listen to his culture. You know what I'm saying? They have to listen to his philosophy. You know what I'm saying? So, and on the top of that, like, yo, if I'm coming in there in 3 teams' pockets, look, y'all can listen to me if y'all don't want. Y'all want to win or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've won. Y'all haven't. So what you going to do? You know what I'm saying?
He's won. He's bringing that from his last tenure, which is with Golden State.
I've won. Y'all haven't. Listen to me. Just like any 10-year vet that go to Sacramento, look, this is what needs to happen. Why? Well, because I've done it before. That's why. Well,
it's great that he took it to Sacramento because they haven't had a winning season or made the playoffs in 20 years.
Has it been 20?
20 years.
Bruh, that year, I hate to talk about me on the speakeasy, but that year that I tore my Achilles, I think was the year.
Yeah, and y'all were playing really well.
We were playing well. I feel like Cuz is playing out of his mind. I feel like I was emerging and starting, like, for the first part, first 2 years, I felt like I was really comfortable playing there. I feel like a lot of things. The second 2, I was, a lot of things that happened in the organization kind of jaded me. But I feel like at that point, things always start to get together before something happens. And I feel like I was trying to get it together. Then I tore my Achilles. But, we can't talk about the past. It's all about the future. This is a speakeasy. Whenever I go through that, I just have me a drink. Anyway, but yeah, they playing well. These guys playing out their mind. And they have a perfect balance of veteran-ish players, and also
they got a nice balance of players.
Yeah, shout out to Chimezi, me too, man.
My guy Mez.
My man Mezzy, he's finally getting some minutes, man. Good to see it. Another team in the NBA who was playing well, but we expected this one though. Or did we?
Maybe
the Celtics.
I didn't know they were gonna be this good.
What you mean?
I mean, like I said, maybe you know better. You're a player. The culture, like they lose their head coach, who had them in the finals last year, and they got a coach who never coached in the NBA before, but he's been on the staff, and they haven't really missed a beat.
I mean, but it's culture. Players are culture.
Right.
Ime started. The same people are there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta buy in. It's like those teams that have been like at the been peaking and hadn't really been able to peak like they wanted to. They fired a coach. It's kind of like Mark Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr.
Yeah, that's a great example. Example.
You can't say Mark Jackson didn't start that culture. He did. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But what Steve Kerr did is took that, tinkered with the lineups a little bit, and made a championship team. I can't say, I'm, would they have won before Steve Kerr with Mark Jackson? I think so, but we don't know.
We
for
don't
some
know,
reason the organization felt like they needed to change. So
yeah, we don't know, but I feel like they would have too.
Yeah, I feel like they would have. But and that's another one of those situations where you just gotta, when you think about it, have you a drink. If I'm Mark Jackson,
go to a speakeasy.
Hey man, if I'm Mark Jackson, every time I just go to speakeasy. Man.
Go to speakeasy.
It's funny how they always have him call their games.
No, he knows everybody. Why not?
I mean, but like, kind of crazy.
It is. It is. It is. It's wild. It's almost a. It's
Man,
almost like.
I give him so much respect because
Yeah,
he don't
that's
even
tough.
talk about himself or what he did with those players. Always, sometimes he talk about his relationship with certain players, but he took the high road, and I don't understand why he hasn't had a job since, unless he just didn't want to.
Yeah, I don't
Which is
know,
possible.
man. It's a lot of openings that came up over these years that he should have been at least a candidate for, one of the top candidates.
I mean, the NBA is a cesspool. They're kind of just hiring the same people over and over. We just talked about what's his name? What's his name? Sacramento.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown been hired and fired how many times? Like 6,
Yeah,
5,
5, 6 times. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and who else? Doc goes just
Yeah.
Who else? What's his name from the Pacers?
Oh, he used to
Carlisle.
coach the Mavs, Rick Carlisle.
Like soon, like people are waiting for you to get fired so they can hire you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's it's the NBA for you. So what we got next?
We got all right. Another, since we out west, we talking about we out west. So
we not out west. We were talking about
we were talking about the Celtics, but it turned to Golden State. So we was out west.
All right, yeah.
So
everything turns into Golden State.
Yeah, it goes back to the champs.
Or the Lakers.
Yeah. So since we out there, I mean, which team do you think out west between the Suns and the Nuggets are really title contenders?
I mean, I don't think either right now. The way the league is, I don't think either are really title contenders right now. I think both of them are beatable right now. Both of them. I mean, obviously Chris is not healthy, and they really haven't played a whole yet to together consistently all season. The Nuggets, they got a nice bench and they've been playing well, but I mean, I don't think either of them. I don't honestly. This year is wide open.
Yeah, I think it's for one. It's too early to tell. But out of those two, if I had to pick, I'm right now. If I had to pick, I'm gonna say the Suns because
that's obvious because they've been there and they've
been there. And D Booker is, he's on a heater right now.
And
the Nuggets, I think the Nuggets. I feel like the Nuggets are missing a piece.
They're a weird team, man.
I feel like they're missing a wing.
They got a wing. They gave $100 some million to a wing.
Well, he's coming off of injuries.
I mean, they knew that before they gave him 100.
I know, but I mean, you gotta show and prove. You gotta show and prove. I just feel like they're missing a piece. It's just for me. I just feel like they're missing a piece.
Bruh, there's an issue if you said they're missing a piece at the wing, and they're in for $180 million at that same position.
Well, maybe they're missing.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
I don't know. That's just for me. That's just me. Maybe I don't know.
Nah, maybe. Or maybe maybe that's just an honest.
That's my honest. Opinion. That's my just looking at them through it.
It's your honest opinion.
It's my honest opinion. I feel like they the wing area is just a problem. I mean, yeah, they gave Michael Porter that money. He's coming off of injuries, and he gotta show and prove. He
started in the league off of injuries, bro.
Listen, he gotta make it happen. He's the missing link. The wing area is the missing link.
Well, I mean, I understand the reason they signed him because he can shoot. The boy can shoot. Would I dedicate that much to him? I mean, yeah, because I want everybody to make $200 million. Every person in the league, or every man, especially if they came from like situation I came from.
Yeah,
I want them to make $200 million. But if I'm in the GM seat. If I'm in a GMC, maybe I would go a different route.
He can play.
He can play his ass off.
He can play. But we're talking title here. We're talking title.
I don't think they're title contenders.
Yeah, not right now.
Nah, not at all. Shout out to Mike Malone though.
Great coach.
Great great coach, and you know what? A coach's job is a coach who you have out there, and they're always at the top of the West. So he's doing his job. So Joker is the best big man once again.
Yeah, I mean, Joker gonna be the Joker.
Yeah,
he's gonna do what he has to do, and it's the people around you, and and Murray, he's coming back. He's getting himself back together. He ain't played in a while. He's getting this out. He'll get back together. He'll get it back going. But I just feel like it's the wing area. They need something.
Okay.
But just me.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for you to be saying that.
Hey, that's just me.
This is you.
That's just me. That's how I feel.
Well, I agree with you, man. How about that? Me and you. Look, we on the fire together. We in the fire together, man.
Hey, thank you. Somebody got my back.
I got your back. All right. So I don't know if I'm gonna agree with you on this one.
Okay.
I don't know where your mind at right now.
Okay.
But if you were to start an NBA team, who would you pick out of these two players? Ja or Zion?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with Ja.
Let me hear why.
But one, I'm gonna go Stephen A. Smith on you. He's box office. He puts the fans in the seats every night. It's something spectacular might happen with him, right?
Right.
All
right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's point guard. He gets people involved, and he can also take the game over.
They said, who was that he got in the beef with that said he don't get nobody better?
I think was it Chuck? I feel like his energy is infectious. His energy is a part of it takes over for the team, makes the team better. He's a teammate guy. I'm going with Ja. I mean, and he plays on both ends. He plays. Huh? Oh, and he plays on both ends.
Does he?
Yeah.
No, he gets blocks and steals.
That's the NBA. Don't none of y'all play defense?
What do you mean?
No, it's not a defensive league. This is about buckets. None of y'all play defense.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pick.
The only people that play defense are people who can't shoot.
You got a point there. Yo. So me and one of my team members came up with some code words, because we do, how we do scouts. Everybody does scouts, and
right.
You hear the broadcasters and everything talk about it. So to you, when I say something, imagine what they're really trying to say.
Right.
What can you say? Sneaky athletic.
Can't shoot.
No, that means he's white.
Come on, man. Come on. Y'all terrible. Come on, man.
Sneaky athletic means he's white.
Oh, man. See, that went over my head. My head.
Okay, let me give you another one. Don't let him get going.
That means he's a ball hog. He don't pass.
That means he's nice.
Okay.
But he old. Can't let him don't let him get going. Don't let him get going. I mean, the boy could play. It's just maybe about 4 or 5 years ago he was nice. You know,
so don't let him get. If he get a flashback, we in trouble.
If you get going, we in trouble.
Okay. All right.
What else? Energy guy.
He played defense.
He sucks.
That's terrible.
Yo, no, that's the code words. Okay, I got the energy guy. Okay, I don't gotta close out on jump shots, but I gotta box him out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I gotta box him out.
I gotta make sure he
match his energy.
Yeah,
that's what I gotta do.
Beat him down the floor. Run with him. Beat him down the floor. Yeah.
Yes. Nothing easy. No easy buckets.
I get it.
And there you go. I was like, actually, this is the conversation I have with my head coach. This is this is me and Will talking. So it's like,
So
Because we were doing film one day, and I was just calling bullshit. I'm like, man, I know who this player is, man.
right, you've been
You
around.
know what I'm saying?
You've been around long enough.
You know what I mean? Sneaky athletic. Who we talking about here? Gordon Hayward.
Alex Caruso.
Tyler Hero. Sneaky athletic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
All right.
He'll dunk on you now. But he's sneaky athletic, which means he got to comb over. And you probably don't think he's jumping like that.
But he can.
They'll catch you.
Chase,
you know what I mean?
Chase that came in the league with you. He was sneaky athletic.
Who?
White boy from Arizona. Chase, huh?
I know you're talking about, yeah. That wasn't with me. I was like, yeah, that to me.
Well, it was around the same time.
Everything before 2010 is my time.
It's your time.
Yeah.
But back to the question at hand. Zion or Ja?
I'm gonna pick Ja for a different reason.
Okay.
One, for a guy you want to be a guy, you gotta be available. And Ja has been more available than Zion, even though he's been,
very true.
He's getting nicked. I mean, it's the NBA. You're gonna get hurt. He's getting mad usage, like using him so much. He goes in there. He gets in there with the big dogs.
Yeah,
he goes up with the big dogs.
He stomps with the big dogs every day.
He's stomping with the big dogs down
every
there.
Day.
He's going up there. He's trying to catch you. That's what he do. Zion started the league sitting out. You know what I'm saying? How many players do you know like that are always available to start the league? You got
how many?
Ben, who did it.
Mm-hmm.
MB sat out 2 seasons.
Blake.
All these guys that aren't always available. I mean, not to go too much into that, but also you could see, man, he got Memphis. He got them going, man. You see them taking their pictures. They doing the gritty. They doing all. They having fun.
They're having fun,
and that energy is infectious. And,
there you go.
I think every team is searching for that. For that guy that can get everybody going and get everybody. Let me be honest with y'all. 82 games is a long ass time. It's some long ass road trips. It's a long ass season. A lot of the same shit you gotta do every day, to the point where the food is the same, everything's the same. You need some kind of excitement, and he brings that. You know what I mean?
Every day. He brings it every day.
Every day. The whole FedEx Forum is rocking. You know what I mean? But what you got? What else? What's the next subject, man? What you got? You supposed to have them flowing, boy.
I got them flowing. We good. We gonna keep moving. We moving on to your former teammate.
All right, let's talk about it. Speak on
Spider Mitchell.
Spider-Man.
Spider Mitchell. He has went to Cleveland, and it looked like he's been there his whole career.
I mean, what you mean? He's a likable guy.
Now, he could be likable all he want, but on the court, he's fitting right in.
He's fitting in because you gotta respect talent.
All right.
And I feel like as much talent as he is and as much numbers as he's been getting, he doesn't have to do as much.
He doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? Go out there and be you. I think we asked him to do a lot of things that he wasn't ready for. But now he's going out there. You got Darius Garland out there. He balling too.
Yeah.
He balling out of control.
He looking like they got a couple All-Stars over there.
I hate that, man. We got to name this episode Balling Out of Control, man.
Balling Out of Control. 2003.
Big balling. Yeah, but and then you got LeVert. He can play.
He can play. They bring him off the bench. I think that was smart.
It don't matter. He can play.
But that was smart though. Yeah,
and they got a lot of tools, and it's just one of those. It's one of those things where sometimes when you on a team and you've had success, but yet you haven't been able to peak because the things that they ask of you weren't ready for. You know what I mean? I think that was a situation. Like, he's having fun. And And that's hard to come by. It's hard to come by in this league too. A team where you're winning and having fun and getting numbers, and you're helping your team win. That's tough.
That's what every player dream for.
Every player's dream.
That's your dream job in the NBA.
Every player's dream. Like I said, it's a long season. And it's still early in this long season. So everything we saying right now, this is the disclaimer, because a lot of times people go back and be like, oh, you said that. Oh, you said that. Nah, it's a long season. We do this podcast very often, so we might change our own minds. But this is what we think right now. This is right now.
Hey, I said in the beginning, I had Embiid as an MVP. And
that was wrong. Wrong. Nah, Embiid gave us 50, so it's all good.
But I mean, he still was a beast. But
I know
Tatum probably the MVP right now.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a long season, but
season.
That boy is nice. He's nice.
He can go.
I feel like Luka does more for his team,
but
Jason Tatum's nice.
Real nice.
Yeah, he can play. We got Dan.
All right, I guess it's time to switch on over to the NFL.
All right.
Where do we want to start here?
Let's start with the obvious.
Okay.
Jerry Jones.
All right.
Let's start with that. Okay, so there was a picture of Jerry Jones. I don't quote me on the year, but it was
about 65 years ago.
About 65 years ago, during the Brown, obviously it was after Brown versus Board of
Education. It was integration to schools, integration.
Okay, so
man,
honest opinion.
Yeah, I'm giving
none of us are Cowboys fans either, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We're gonna give you the real for real. And know what? Honestly, I don't care either. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, but I'm gonna let you go first.
My thing is, look, man. Back at that time and that date, everybody in Arkansas we would think was against that. The majority of the state, right?
Yeah.
And it was the way of life. Nobody knew any different. That's what they wanted. That's their culture, right? And for it to come up 65 years later, I don't think that he should be able to run around the question. I think he should be able. I think it should have been about the change and how his views changed over the years, because it's no way he didn't have the same views of his peers at that time. It's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that he did. That he didn't.
Right.
So it's like, I feel as though we all know our country's ugly history. So for that to come up now,
actually, people try to brush it off, and that's the problem.
It can't be brushed off because it's American history.
You're right. And know what? I think. Well, go ahead. I'll give you my opinion afterwards.
It's American history. We should know our country's ugly side, right? And for him to be a man in the biggest, he's the biggest figure in the NFL ownership, the biggest team. It's a different way to handle that. You have to let people know, look, that was a part of our ugly history as a country. I've grown. I was 14. I was a child, and I've grown from that. And I know what's going on. Like, I know what to say. I know what to do.
Okay. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Like you said, we talking about Arkansas, Southern United, Southeast. What is it? Whatever, mid South.
Mm-hmm.
United States. Ugly history when it comes to race relations, right? Jerry Jones being from there, I guarantee his views on African Americans were not the same then. Well, to be honest, we don't even know what his views are this go around. We don't know what he really thinks in his house, and he's entitled to his opinion, right?
Yep.
He's entitled to. He can sit there and talk about that picture and be like, "Yeah, that was me," and literally say, "I didn't want those niggers in my school." He could say that if he wanted to, because that's his opinion.
Right.
Right. But the issue isn't really Jerry Jones at this point. The issue is society, because we've had situations this year with people coming out and speaking their truth about what they think, as ugly as it might be, and get chastised for it. Right? Well, we have photographic evidence of a person actually contributing, to one of the ugliest parts of American history. You know what I'm saying? And then does not feel the need to have to speak on it. So to me, being a black man in America, I get the feeling of Jerry Jones thinking that he's doesn't have to answer these questions because of who he is.
True.
And I don't agree with that. Look, everybody's entitled to, any person can change. You can change your views. You know what I'm saying? He could have thought that way back then and could have a completely different mindset and think totally different of black people. He probably, he might have a black godson. We don't even know. But I believe that photo should be explained. You know what I'm saying? Even if he says, look, yeah, at that point I was racist, I would have more respect for him to say, look, I was racist, or I did anything, or I was there, or yeah, those were my friends there. Then I'm a different person now, if that's how you feel. To me, him not saying nothing is saying, look, yeah, that was me. I don't care. I think what people try to do is brush off American history, which is black history. They try to brush it off, but you can't, because it's stained in our DNA. What's happened to us. It's easy for a person of white descent to say, look, get over it. And I feel like that's what Jerry Jones is like insinuating. I don't think he doesn't said anything, but like, get over it. Like, no, you can't just get over that. You got to explain it. When you literally sit down Kyrie and say, these are the steps for you to get back on the NBA court. You know what I'm saying? But you have a blatant picture. He did the same thing. Like, look, somebody put up a picture of Jerry Jones. Kyrie put up a picture that he wasn't even part of.
He had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it. So, I mean, I don't think either is right, but I do feel as though it should be explained. On the other end, there's literally a book called Without Sanctuary. You heard of this book?
No.
It is a picture book. It's a picture book that you can buy on Amazon right now, of lynchings. They had something they called like barbecuing niggas.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they would barbecue them like in the South. Like, these are people. You know what I mean?
That's the ugly history.
It's the ugly history. And I mean, how can you just brush something like that off when you can still buy that book? And somebody felt like they could put that book out. You feel me?
I feel you.
So, it got a little deep, but I feel like that needed to happen. Anyway, what we got next?
I guess we could talk about our Ravens, man. I mean, we're winning, but I feel like we're losing momentum.
What do you mean?
Play calling's terrible. Injuries.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what we need, man. We need a spark. We need some life.
We need some life. I mean, yeah. I think this contract thing distracted us a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it distracted the team. We could say it, they can say it didn't or whatever, but I think it distracted the team. this is a team that hasn't reached the ceiling at all as far as potential. Injuries messed with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot goes into it, but I think starting the season, we when things like that happen, where people that you value don't really get what they think they deserve or what they deserve, I think sometimes it just distracts the team. I think Lamar definitely deserved what he deserved, and I think him being a leader, I don't think he's you have people sitting out, people doing this and that, and people getting hurt. People aren't willing to give it their all. It just is what it is.
I mean, I hope we can get back to 100% and just get our key guys back and make a push.
What do you think? You think we can win a championship?
We got a shot, but I don't know.
At 100%, do we think we can win a championship?
100%, yeah.
I do too. I think that we definitely can win a championship. I think in a perfect world, Lamar just had a bruise to his knee today. We lost a lot of people today, bro.
Patrick Queen.
Who else?
Somebody else. But our tight end, he came back though. Likely came back in. He came back. But yeah, it was just we winning, but it's just dark. It's a dark cloud over us.
It ain't that bad. I think we still can win games.
The energy, man. We need some life.
I mean, we got Jackson. Jackson came in and gave us some good energy. Like he's coming in, he balling.
Who?
Jackson.
Who Jackson? Huntley?
No. What's his name?
Deshaun.
Deshaun Jackson. Yeah.
I'm tripping. I hear Jackson. I don't think it's Lamar.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson. He gave us some life. He giving us some life.
He sparked deep ball.
Yeah, he helps us too. He helps us.
We need that.
But how is he's all right? He's my age, 36 years old.
Yeah,
and he's still lightning quick.
We gotta give him that ball. Play call.
You gotta give him the ball. He's out there for a reason. He wants to play, and while he's out there, you got to use him. Yeah. So, what you think about the World Cup? The World Cup is crazy. These people are crazy. The Saudi people, when where's Messi? Where's Messi? That was hilarious to me. Where's Messi? It took me a minute to realize what they were saying. Where's Messi?
The World Cup as an American is like, I know we don't have a shot to win. So I'm just watching the big players.
I mean, but you got places like Qatar that don't think they're gonna win either, but they're there and they showing they love.
I show my love too, but we're not crazy about it like everybody else.
So I mean, we don't even call it football. You know what I mean? It's not our that's not our sport, but we play it because we're Americans. We do everything, but that's not our gig.
Yeah, man. When I seen we had to play the Netherlands, I was like, we're done.
The Netherlands. No, what's crazy when you worry about when the World Cup, what I like about it is the fact that all these names that you hear, you realize what country they're from. Like you think everybody from like Spain or like something like that. Like, yo, the Memphis Depay, you from the Netherlands? I didn't know that. Man grew up in the Netherlands.
He's Dutch.
You know what I mean?
He's Dutch.
That boy Dutch, man. That boy Dutch. But what we got next there?
But let's go back to football. College football.
This is all you, because I don't do college football like that.
I'm a college football fanatic, but what's your opinion on the Deion move? Deion's leaving Jackson State, going to Colorado.
My opinion on that is, I mean, I know he's catching a lot of flack for leaving, and but look, college football is a big time business, right?
Huge.
the SWAC league, he turned up the SWAC league. That's all I can say. Like people like, who would have ever thought of going to Jackson State before Deion got there?
Not many.
You know how many top recruits would have went to dang on Jackson State?
0.
How much money do you think Jackson State has made since? How much more money do you think Jackson State has made since Deion Sanders went there? You see homecoming?
Yes, I did.
You see how many people were there?
College game day was there.
College game day was at Jackson State's homecoming. They're a good team. They're great, and they've been playing well. They haven't lost a game this year.
Not one.
It ain't got nothing to do with that, though. Prime time was there. Now, he managed to get a big-time college football job from Jackson State, which I can't name another name that has gotten a big-time college coaching job, head coaching job straight out of the SWAC or any league like that.
Doesn't happen.
So he's opening doors.
That's what I feel. Now, see, he's catching slack because people feel as though he could have made it even bigger by staying. Give it a couple more years. But the natural progression of a college football coach is to, like he said, level up, go up to the next. And that's just what it is. He did what he did. He built the awareness. He showed what HBCU football can be like when we put time and effort into it. And then it's time to move on.
All right. And answer this question. How many pros you think he got on that team right now?
About 4 or 5.
Okay. 4 or 5 more pros than they've had. You know what I'm saying? Now you got alumni.
Yep.
You get alumni, you get donations, which makes your program bigger. You get alumni, you get more donations, which now with donations, you now also get more players.
Yeah.
So the primetime effect going to be there way after he's gone.
He did exactly what he needed to do.
Did exactly what he needed to do.
And he just moved on. I mean, it's just that's what's gonna happen. I thought he'd be there maybe one more year, but they didn't lose a game this year. They back-to-back SWAC champions.
Listen to me. If a kid said I'm going to Mississippi United, I'd be like, where the hell is that? I know it's in Mississippi, but where? Oh, we in the SWAC. Oh, Deion League. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, how much do you know about SWAC before Deion got there?
The only thing I really knew about SWAC was Battle of the Bands. I knew
there you go.
Bit. I knew a little bit.
There you go. I know
a little bit.
There you go. I mean, Battle of the Bands ain't got nothing to do with football, though.
Halftime is game time.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, see, there's the primetime effect. You know what I mean?